In today's world, news is everywhere: TV screens, newspapers, smartphones, and social media feeds. But as we consume news, one question looms large: how much of what we hear is unbiased? And more importantly, how much of it is shaped by political views? In India, this question takes on a special significance, as the news media has become a central player in the political landscape. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic that affects each one of us: the political leanings of the news media in India. We'll explore how the media shapes public opinion, how political ideologies influence news coverage, and what it means for democracy in the country. India's media landscape is as diverse as the country itself. From national channels to regional outlets, newspapers, and digital platforms, the range of opinions is vast. But it's no secret that certain media outlets often lean in particular political directions. Some are perceived as left-wing, others as right-wing, and a few claim to offer neutral coverage. To understand this better, let's take a closer look at some of the major players. Channels like Republic TV and Times Now are often associated with pro-BJP views, while outlets like NDTV and The Wire have been considered more aligned with the left-leaning Congress Party or even more critical of the current government. But is it that simple? Not always. To begin, we need to understand the historical context. The media in India has always been a tool of influence, but its role evolved significantly after independence. From the days of state-controlled Doordarshan to the rise of private news channels in the 1990s, media freedom grew alongside political diversification. But this freedom also meant more space for political ideologies to infiltrate the news cycle. During the emergency period of 1975 to 77, the media was heavily censored, and the government had control over what was broadcast. Since then, as India's democracy matured, the media gained the ability to report freely. But that didn't mean it was free from political influence. In fact, the relationship between politics and the media has only become more complex with the rise of the 24-hour news cycle. Fast forward to today, and things have only become more complicated with the digital age. Social media platforms are where millions of people get their news now, but these platforms often amplify existing biases. And as a result, many traditional news outlets are under pressure to cater to their audience's political leanings rather than offer a neutral point of view. This leads us to another crucial point: the role of sensationalism. To keep viewers hooked and generate high ratings, some outlets play on emotions, exaggerating certain issues, and sometimes distorting facts. This sensationalism often caters to a particular political ideology, creating an echo chamber where only one perspective is heard. Think of it this way: if you consistently consume news from sources with the same political leanings, you're more likely to see the world through a narrow lens. This is called an echo chamber, where only one political ideology is reflected, reinforcing your existing beliefs. This phenomenon is especially prominent in today's media environment, where clickbait and viral content dominate. But it's not just about media companies choosing sides. Journalists themselves too are human beings with their own political preferences. These preferences can subtly or overtly shape how they report on issues, how they ask questions, or how they frame a story. This is where the challenge of objectivity becomes so difficult. Take, for example, veteran journalist Barkha Dutt, who has often been critiqued for her perceived left-leaning stance. On the other hand, Arnab Goswami of Republic TV is seen as a strong supporter of the current BJP government. Their respective coverage has sparked intense debate. Are they doing journalism, or are they pushing a political agenda? This brings us to a bigger question: does it matter if the media has a political bias? The answer isn't black and white. On one hand, a diverse media landscape allows for a range of views to be heard. On the other hand, when a media outlet becomes too aligned with a political party, it can erode trust and undermine democracy by spreading misinformation or selectively reporting facts. In India's democracy, the media is meant to hold power to account, but when it becomes a tool for political agendas, we risk losing that vital function. So, what can we do as consumers of news? First, always be critical of where your news comes from. Check multiple sources, especially when the story sounds too sensational or one-sided. Diversify your news consumption and seek out independent investigative journalism. Remember, the truth is often somewhere in between what different sides claim. To sum up, the relationship between politics and media in India is complicated, and it has far-reaching consequences for public opinion and democracy. While the media plays an essential role in informing the public, it's crucial for all of us to remain vigilant and discerning in what we consume, because at the end of the day, it's not just about the news, it's about the future of our democracy. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think political bias affects the news in India? Until next time, stay informed and stay critical.